Hey guys, it's Techie here, and the Nokia 4.2 has been with me for about a month now, although not as my daily driver, but as my, side piece. Kicking things off with the build, and the device is cute. I mean, it is quite small, plus it feels really good to own. Then there's the fact that the glass build makes it slightly heavier than most, which gives you a lot of grip. And during my time with the device, I didn't really get any major scratch or cracks, but it did attract a lot of stains. Now, instead of using the notification sensor in front, Nokia has decided to switch things up by converting the power button to a notification LED light, and I think it makes a lot of sense because of how practical it is, especially in low light situations. Now, one thing I don't think is practical though is the Google Assistant button. So there's a dedicated Google Assistant button Nokia has included. Luckily, you can actually disable this in the settings. Now guys, the display on this device is not the best. I mean, you get 720p display, which limits your YouTube viewing experience, but the colors on this thing are quite good, especially for the price segment it is sitting in. So I tried to, compare it with an AMOLED display. Now, for those who do not know, this is an LCD display. Anyways, I tried to compare it with an AMOLED display, and I can see that the differences were not so vast. But guys, I did notice that the overall brightness on the Nokia 4.2 is not that impressive. Now, Nokia has also added a feature that lets you tweak the color temperature, although I think I only used it about 2 to 3 times during my 1 month with the Nokia 4.2. Now, talking about features and settings, you get Android One along with Android Pie OS, which basically means talk Android. And I must say that this has stood the 1 month test, so there was no bloatware and no unnecessary lag either. Just, pure, undiluted stock Android. So one thing I did notice is that Nokia has removed the ability to add guest accounts, which was a very cool feature for me on other Nokia devices. Anyway, still talking about the OS, you have digital well-being that monitors your smartphone usage habits. Then there's the night light, which I didn't really use. Another thing I didn't really use during my 1 month with the Nokia 4.2 is the face unlock. And the reason is because it had major issues recognizing my face. I mean guys, for every 10 times I tried to use it, I could only get in about 2 to 3 times, which was quite frustrating. But luckily, the fingerprint sensor is quite fast, so that became my go-to. I'm moving on to the battery life, and you get a rather small 3000 mAh battery that drains rather quickly, and by that I mean you can barely get a day of heavy use out of this thing. Charging is also pretty average, given that this comes with a micro USB port with no fast charge feature inside. Now, let's talk about cameras. And guys, the Nokia 4.2 has really good cameras. I love how true to life the pictures look. There's no extra saturation. In short, you get a true version of what you're taking. Plus, guys, there's another feature that busts my head, and the feature allows you to save raw photos, which is, great for photographers amongst us. Now, the Nokia 4.2 shooting modes are restricted to just 720p and 1080p footage at 30 frames per second. But thankfully, the video quality is rather good for the price. I love how true to life it looks. But one thing that it lacks though is, video stabilization. Anyway, you get a Snapdragon 439 chip, a lower mainstream SoC that integrates Adreno 505 GPU. And as far as the performance goes, it is quite average. I didn't get top-notch graphics while playing games like PUBG. Multitasking was also okay. Another thing that was just, okay is the audio. So guys, that is all for my 1 month with the Nokia 4.2. It managed to survive cracks. And if you know me, you know that I crack most of my devices unintentionally. Now, as far as the overall impression of the Nokia 4.2, it is a budget device that doesn't look its price at all. But of course, it comes with a few shortcomings, which I mentioned. And for a price tag of 50,000 naira plus, do you think you can, let go of these shortcomings? Let me know in the comment box. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also drop a comment. Yes. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video, guys. Take care.